This is no meme, or might be a little bit of a meme because, of course, it has to with blue base Meliodas. Probably, I would say the worst character of the year he came out. I can think of one that was worse, but right now, because of the cost system, his passive is actually not the worst, which is funny because I was just thinking, right? Blue base melee, if he ever got a relic, which we shouldn't be too far from, Meliodas is already starting to get relics, and base melee for some reason is not one of the first, he could actually be pretty good. Think of Nanashi, which used to be a joke character, and now is an unironic meta, one of the most annoying characters in the game. This guy is one relic away from being a top tier character. Like, his passive is dog water, but so was Nanashi's. Nanashi's passive was really bad. So, all I'm saying, this guy's one relic away from being god tier. I would prefer base melee relic to actually be focused on green melee because it would be more fun, but more likely than not they would actually focus on this guy. Right now with the point system, if you want to run green Freya with red Freyr, or with red tier, sorry, only tier, you have to run a 500 back unit. And there aren't that many that fit that well. The best ones are Death Pierce, which then makes you more of a glass cannon type of build. Or, my favorite would have been, you know, SR Liz. But Blue Melee is the only one that actually buffs all basic stats, which when you're buffing tier attack by 20%, it's a massive increase because he's already buffing himself. It's at the top here, I forgot. So, let's go in. Oh, no, dodge food. Dodge food. With tier, you wanna go in with dodge food. Try to go second, take a hit maybe. And this is why. So a lot of people were running Tarmiel Link on Freya, and I tried that as well. But what I have found is that if I have Tarmiel Link on Freya, I just get my tier cooked by like 2 attacks from Roxy, and that's it. Like, Roxy AoE plus Roxy single target is enough to kill tier. So, I don't think it's the best. Let's start off with a Freya. Let's just go straight because I think it's a bot. Yeah, with the 20% basic stats, I think is better than using Death Pierce because, especially if you're already pretty much guaranteeing to crit with Tier's passive, having that lower crit defense is not that big of a deal. It would be a big deal if, you know, the enemies had maybe crit defense gear or something like that. But they don't. They just have no gear. It's ungeared. So they just have what they come with, right? So I don't really think it's worth it. Jenna. Okay. I do think Easton ends up being better, but I see why you'd run Jenna. You need to land crits. Like, if you don't land crits with, you know, any of the characters really, on this human team, you lose. So, I see why Jenna, but the common character to use in the back there is obviously Easton. Or if you don't have Easton, because she's an exclusive character, right? But I guess Jenna is a really good option with her Holy Relic. Really? Okay. Another Roxy. And little guy. I'm terrible with names. Plus these days, I've been recording right after coming out of the gym, so my brain's fried. That might kill. Oh, I'm using the end. I'm still on the mindset of the Merlin team I was using first, which is still decent, but I feel like with the end, and I said this in the actual video, I feel like with the end, you just have that extra bit of protection that comes in real handy. Like, you might not get as much of a lowered HP on tier, which ends up making you hit a little bit less. Like, if you don't have tier at 66%, you're not gonna hit at his fullest, right? That's why, you know, you try to go second so the tier gets hit and stuff like that. But it's whatever. Oh, we're gonna lose our ult gauge. Doesn't matter though. And this is why people were running Tarmiel on Freya. Like, even though she lowers damage by 40%, it doesn't matter. Like, Ascanor hits so hard already. It doesn't even matter. Alright, let's ensure that you are dead. And then we will follow up with the N here. Alright. Well, obviously it was gonna kill, but you can never be too sure. One thing I learned in this game mode, because you're not used to the teams you're running, like, even though obviously I'm running tier, so I can't say I'm not used to running him, but I'm way more used to seeing him with Nanashi, which is a completely different story, right? Nanashi, Freyr, right? It's like a completely better team than what I'm currently running, so I'm more used to that. So this is why I think Ascanor is so appealing. Ascanor, he is pretty much running his best team on this game mode, because when you really look at it, like who else does Ascanor run with? Maybe if you could have used Bon, but even then, like, Bon doesn't improve your damage at all with Ascanor, so you're pretty much running his best option. It's kind of want to kill these two here. I do care about Ascanor being dead here as well, of course, but I feel like, oh, this is not gonna kill. Tarmiel Link, damn it. Oh, she didn't have Tarmiel Link. I guess it just didn't hit hard enough. Even with the Meliodas giving an extra 20% attack, the minus 15 attack related stats really got me there. No tier cards, love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. You're dead. We still have damage cap, so we're chilling, but that was like so close. One tier card. One tier card. Oh my god. Cannot trust Grand Cross and its card rates. And you're good. One tier card. Okay. Oh, Deanne, you're funny. Of course, the worst character on the team. Okay, Meli is the worst right now because he just popped on the field, but and that was my bad. I should have just gone for the kill on Ascanor, but I really thought I was gonna kill the Freya, not Freya, the Brynhilder. Really thought I was going to. Oh well. Oh, maybe I should have gone for Easton now. Never learned from my mistakes. Yeah, now with no allies, this might take a little while. Both Tyr and Brynhilder get like extremely bad without allies. From Ragnarok. Like, look at this. Even lowered. Like, I know I'm being lowered by Brynhilder by 15% attack related stats, but she was being lowered too, right? Like, she was being lowered by the crew resistance. And I still was almost putting no dent on her. Can't kill her. Can't kill Easton. Or she gets the ult gauge. Alright, lesson learned. When facing Brynhilder, focus on Ascanor because of type advantage. Because that 15% attack related stat lower is huge. I'm actually pretty shocked. It's funny because the guy's called Shock. We have found 0 other tiers. It's only been Ascanor's. It's only been Ascanor's. Ascanor is the most popular team right now. But still pretty surprised. Should go straight for Ascanor this time. You know, I'll pop one on Roxy here. I don't know if it's because all the players I faced are from top guilds pretty much. And they are trying to go like win by going first, which is more consistent. Which is how you win with Ascanor. But I think the tier team is just as consistent. It's just that you're not going first. You're trying to go second. I don't know. I think as more people catch on to Green Freya, it might change, but for now, Green Ascanor is most certainly the most popular option. At least on the... I don't know how the matchmaking works. I don't know if it's based on points, because I'm pretty high on points. I'm top point... almost 0.1%. I don't know if it's based on points. Oh. At the very least, you know... when we fought... You know, the game mode's definitely gonna have a meta. So... let's enjoy while variety lasts in the first day. I didn't think it was gonna be this strict. Jesus Christ. It's only Ascanor. Only Ascanor. Again, the matchmaking probably favors, if I had to guess, it probably favors points, because most of the people I'm facing are from top guilds. And I think it's not like the majority of players have Ascanor. It being an LR and all. Although it's been a while. Maybe a lot of people do have Ascanor. And you wouldn't guess it, the last match is against Ascanor. Green Arthur this time though. So that's a change. You go to regular PvP to face Demon Kings, and you go to this game mode to face Ascanors. Sounds about right. Annoying Arthur here, because he's not even gonna be taking that much damage from the AoE. Arthur is definitely a problem here for us, because I don't think this kills. Ooh. I thought it would be like perfect. It would be like almost to the point where he full heals, but not actually. That's annoying. She's dead. As long as she doesn't actually do this, it's fine. Yeah, okay. Oh. This is the real value of Freya. Having Ascanor not target tier is really like the reason why you're using her. The one and only reason. Okay. Well, that's about it. Very exciting. Every single match looked the same because it was the same team versus the same team pretty much, but you know, I guess that's his game mode. They need to make more characters viable because most, even remotely good characters are way too expensive. I think that the base price of 500 should be lowered to maybe like 250 or 300. I think that's the biggest problem.